Sales does not directly equal demand. So a lot of people will equate demand as being the exact same as the amount of sales that happen in any given month, when in fact they're slightly different. The amount of sales happening gives you a very good idea or picture of the demand that's out there, but not the full picture. And I think there's personally, I think there's demand building up behind those sales, behind the scenes, that is kind of pulling back like a slingshot that will eventually launch forward. I'm that Agent Kelly. I talk about Canadian real estate in my local market of Abbotsford and the Fraser Valley. Subscribe to the channel, please, if you enjoy this content. Like the video, and if you want to chat one-on-one, you can do so by using the link in the description there that goes right into my calendar. So an example, let's just take the house that I bought in October. So I won in multiple offers against 3 other people, right? Now, in the statistics for October Abbotsford detached, that's going to show up as 1 sale. Yet there was the demand there for 4 sales. So in this case, the demand was 4 times greater than the amount of sales that are actually being registered in the board statistics. Now, I'm not saying that there's an overwhelming amount of exactly this situation going on. I'm just using my scenario as a way to explain the point that I'm making in this video. Because I personally talk to people every single day, several people per day, that want to buy, that are thinking about buying, but what they want hasn't come onto the market. Interest rates are too high. They're scared about where the market's going. They think there might be a better time in the future, etc., etc., etc. This is all demand that has not equated to sales. Behind the low sales volumes, behind the scenes, we have buyer demand building and building and building, because you can only keep people from not doing what they want to do for so long. Like, there's people who want to, buy a 3-bedroom unit, whether it be a condo, townhome, or house, because they're having a kid. People want to get into their first home. They're sick of living at their parents' house. They're sick of renting. Whatever the case may be, you can only, have that buyer demand not actually turn into a sale for so long before people just, get fatigued and they just buy because they just want to be done with waiting, or whatever the case may be. Now, don't get me wrong, because there's also seller demand building on the back end. However, the majority of that seller demand is also buyer demand. Because typically when people sell, they also buy something. So that's 1 minus 1 equals 0. There's no change in inventory for the majority of those sellers, where on the buyer end, every single one of those people is going to take supply off the market. So I think either interest rates will drop, supply will come up a bit, market sentiment will change. Even if prices start increasing, you're going to hear stories of a lot of people making money, and then that's going to cause other people to jump into the market. I don't know what will change, but I think something will eventually change that's going to cause this buyer demand to come back into the market. Whether it be 2024, 2025, 2026, whatever the case may be, just remember that we have supply decreasing with new housing starts going down, and buyer demand building up on the back end. Something that's also happening in the background is you've had rent steadily increasing, and now it's gotten to the point where the rent is starting to justify the purchase price for investors of some of these properties in certain areas. Like, as an example, Chilliwack detached, now you can buy and rent out, and basically the rent will cover pretty much all of the expenses, when that wasn't the case a year ago. A year ago, you were cash flow negative like $1,000 a month. And I personally think that this slingshot of demand at some point will probably be disastrous. And I don't mean to spread FUD. That's what I think. I think we're not building enough homes, barely any. Buyer demand is building up in the background. 1 million people are moving here per year. Rent has been steadily increasing. I think it's stagnating right now, but that could be seasonal. And, and in 2025, 2027, I think we're going to be back in a rabid bull market at some point within that time frame. Just my opinion, right? And if I'm wrong on that, then so be it. But that is what I think. So, shorter video today. That's all I got for you. Don't forget to subscribe, like the video. I'm that Agent Kelly, and I'm making moves to move you. Peace.